Most people assume that if they want to upgrade their car audio, they need to clear out their entire trunk to make room for massive, heavy equipment. But then you pick up something like this little unit, and it honestly makes you rethink that whole approach. It is surprisingly compact. We are talking about something that fits in the palm of your hand, roughly 5 by 9 inches. It feels dense, like a solid brick of metal, which is usually a good sign when you are dealing with electronics that need to handle heat. Now here is the thing about this amplifier. It is not trying to win any sound pressure level competitions or rattle the windows of the car next to you at a stoplight. Instead, it is designed for the person who just wants a cleaner, punchier sound from their factory setup without turning their vehicle into a science project. It is a 2-channel setup, and while the numbers on the box might look modest, 50 watts per channel at 4 ohms, it is surprisingly capable for its size. What stands out is the versatility. You can run a pair of door speakers, or if you are feeling adventurous, you can bridge it to power a small subwoofer. It is that full-range capability that makes it a bit of a Swiss Army knife for audio. The installation is pretty straightforward, too. It includes both high and low-level inputs, which is a huge win because it means you do not necessarily need an aftermarket head unit with fancy RCA outputs to get this thing running. You can tap into your existing speaker wires, which saves a ton of time and headache. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that gain control. It is not a volume knob, even though it is tempting to treat it like one. It is there to match the signal from the receiver, and if you crank it up too high thinking it will give you more power, you are just going to end up with distortion. It is a classic mistake, so just take your time with the tuning. The build quality feels decent for the price point, though the terminals are a bit tight. If you have larger fingers or thick gauge wire, you might find yourself doing a bit of fiddling to get everything seated properly. It is a minor annoyance, but it is there. Also, because it is a Class AB design, it does get warm. It is not going to melt anything, but you definitely want to make sure it is mounted somewhere with a little bit of airflow. It is not the most powerful piece of gear on the market, and if you are looking to power a massive competition-grade sub, this is not the right tool for the job. But for a daily driver, where you just want your music to sound fuller and more alive, it hits that sweet spot of being affordable and effective. It is a no-nonsense piece of hardware that does exactly what it says on the box, without any unnecessary fluff. If you are just starting out with car audio, or just want a simple, reliable boost for your speakers, this is a solid way to go without breaking the bank or losing your trunk space.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.